Hello everyone and welcome back to the new session of correlation and regression. So today is the last session of this chapter, and in today's portion we will be completing the topic regression, and after that we will be taking different questions from the exercise and then your doubts. All right, so let us see who all are live with us now. So we are having Ishan, then Rohan, Bhumika, Zeva, Shalini, Sonali, Gunjan, Asha, Rohini. Okay, welcome everybody. So let us begin. So previously we had done till 19th example, and today we are starting from 20th one. So some more are there now. Bibu Pandey, Keshav Kothari, Rekha Sharma, Ankit Mishra, Pratindya, and many more. Okay. So let us begin with example number 20. Now first understand what the question wants us to convey. For the variables x and y, the regression equations are given by. So there are two equations. The first one and this is the second equation. And what we are supposed to find, arithmetic mean of x and y. So we need arithmetic mean. So how to calculate arithmetic mean? So for calculation of arithmetic mean, it is simply, we have done one property, like whenever two regression lines intersect each other, we get arithmetic means. Like these are the two lines and they are intersecting at a particular point. So this point, this coordinate is known as mean, that is x bar and y bar. So how to solve? We can solve both the equation simultaneously and get the result. So first equation, 7x minus 3y minus 18 equal to 0. Now we have to equate with second equation to simply multiply the second equation by 3 so that we can cancel y. So 4x multiplied by 3 becomes 12x. Then y into 3 becomes 3y, and minus 11 into 3 is minus 33. Now we can subtract them. So change the sign. Signs are changed. So minus 5x, y is cancelled, plus 15 equal to 0. So 5x is equal to 15 and value of x will be 3. So in this manner, we can easily find out the value of x. Now this x is basically x bar, that is arithmetic mean of x. Similarly, we can substitute the value and find the value of y. So we can put in any equation you like. So let us put in second equation, 4 into 3 minus y minus 11. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to 1. Okay. So this is the first portion, that is arithmetic mean of x and y. Yes, some more people are now. Sagar, Keshav, Diksha, Vanshika, Divya, Avinash, Manvi, Sakshi. So this was the first part. Now in examination, most these questions are most repetitive. So normally these questions are asked in examination. Two equations will be given and you have to find arithmetic mean. Sometime reverse question may also come. Reverse question in the sense, mean will be given in the question and option will give you equation. Option will give you equation and you have to find the correct equation for the given mean. Like the question will say x bar is equal to 3 and y bar is equal to 1. Then there will be 4 options. Each option containing 2 equations. And now you have to find which pair of equation will be correct for the given mean. So what is the simplest way? Simply substitute the value of mean in the equation and see which of the following is correct. Okay. So जो भी equation उसको satisfy करेगी, that will be the correct result. So this was the first part. Now let us do the second one. Identify the regression equation y on x. Now this time we have to identify. So now this is a different process. So let us understand this one now. 7x minus 3y minus 18 equal to 0. This is the first equation, and on other side we will write the second one. 12x minus 3y minus 33 is equal to 0. Now see, we don't know which one is x on y and which is y on x. So let us assume, let the first equation be x on y. If it is x on y, then we have to arrange this in x on y format. So what is the format for x on y? It is x is equal to a plus bx, a plus by. So in this format, we have to arrange the given equation. So we can arrange here 7x is equal to 18 plus 3y. So x is equal to 18 upon 7 plus 3 upon 7y. This is the equation. Now, if we compare this with the standard equation, so in place of A, 18 by 7 is written, and in place of B, 3 by 7 is written. So this B is nothing but the regression coefficient bxy. This B is the regression coefficient bxy. So here we can say that value of bxy is 3 by 7. So we have simply extracted the value of bxy. Similarly, if the first equation was x on y, then of course second equation should be y on x. So let the second equation be y on x, and now we will arrange in this format. Y is equal to a plus bx. Now what is the arrangement? The minus 3y is equal to 33 minus 12x. Now minus 3 will divide, so it will become minus 11 plus 12 by 3. 12 by minus 3 is 4. So it is 4x. All right. So this we have done. Now again we have to compare this with the standard equation. Compare this with standard equation. Now how what we find, in place of b, 4 is written. So this b is again nothing but the regression coefficient b by x, because we have assumed it as y on x. So here we got b by x as 4. Now it's time to verify whether our assumption is correct or not. So we have to verify whether our assumption is correct or not. So how to verify? We can simply find regression coefficient. How to calculate R? We had done geometric mean of bxy and byx. So R is equal to root 3 by 7 into 4. Now clearly we can see that R is root of 12 by 7. That means value is more than 1. R cannot be more than 1 because limit, or we can say range of R is from -1 to +1. But here R is coming more than 1, which is not possible. So we can write this R is not possible because limit of R is from -1 to +1. That means our assumption is incorrect. That means the reverse of the assumption is true. Reverse assumption is true. So now we can say that the first equation will be y on x instead of x on y. And the second equation will be x on y. Second equation will be x on y. And now if we want to calculate bxy and byx, then we can calculate directly also. Just change the thing. Bxy can be written as byx, and 3 by 7 we will write it as 7 by 3. Similarly, here byx we will write bxy, and 4 will become 1 by 4. Now again, if you want to verify, we can verify. There is no need, but we can verify as well. So 7 by 3 into 1 by 4. So this time it will be root 7 upon 12. That is less than 1. So value will be less than 1. So it is correct. So this is correct. Now anyone having doubt in this question can ask, because such kind of questions are asked in exams. Okay. So anybody having doubts? Bhumika says understood. Sonali understood. Gunjan Zeba understood. Great. So this is the process by which we can do. Now, if we want, we can do this process in a shortcut manner also. We can do the same process in shortcut manner. If we want to assume the equation x on y, like first equation, we want to assume 7x minus 3y minus 18 is equal to 0. So if we want to assume this x on y, that means the coefficient of x will come in denominator. So we can directly write bxy, and this 7 will come in denominator. Now this minus 3 will go on other side and become positive 3. So we can directly write 3 by 7. We can directly write 3 by 7. No need of arrangement. And if you want to assume this as y on x, that means this negative 3 will come in denominator. Negative 3 will come in denominator. 7 will go on other side and will become minus 7. So we can cancel negative sign, and byx will be 7 upon 3, just as calculated above. So in above method, we had done a step-by-step thing so that we can understand the logic behind this concept. But if we want, we can do this directly, and it will save a lot of our time. So it is better to calculate by shortcut method and then verify whether R is coming within limit or not. If R is coming within limit, then it is all perfect. If not, then change the assumption. Bhargavi said understood. Shivangi understood. Then Jyoti saying please explain again. Lakshita, it's understandable. Okay. So I think I had done the explanation in shortcut manner as well. So similarly, let me explain the other side also, so that in case of any doubt left, it will be solved. So 12x minus 3y minus 33 equal to 0. Now, if you assume this equation as x on y, that means the coefficient of x will come in denominator. So we'll write 12 in denominator. Now, this negative 3 will go on other side and become positive 3. So we will write 3 upon 12. That is 1 by 4 will be bxy. So in this way, we can directly calculate bxy. All right. Then third part says compute correlation coefficient between x and y. So while verifying, it already got calculated, computed. And fourth one, question says given that variance of x is 9, that is neta x square is equal to 9, and we have to find out the standard deviation of y. So both of these are used in which formula? We can say bxy, because bxy is equal to r into neta x upon neta y. Now what is r? We had computed. So r was like 7 by 12 and then root. So 0.7638. We had computed in root. Now in decimal, it is 0.7638. Okay. Now neta of x. Since variance is 9, so standard deviation will be 3. So multiply by 3 divided by neta y, and bxy we can write here. What is bxy? The correct bxy. So correct bxy was 1 by 4. So we can write 1 by 4 here. Now you can multiply and get the result. So neta y is equal to 0.7638 multiply 3 multiply 4. Now you can check how much is coming and let me know the answer. So multiply this 3 into 4 into 0.76. So final answer is 9.16. This is standard deviation of y. All right. So these were the 4 parts of example number 20. Now let's see the next one. Yes, the next point is probable error. So most of you have given the answer. Zeva, Bhumika, Lakshita, Manvi, Bhargavi, Saima, Himanshu, Vaishnavi, Faizan, Pranav, Vanshika, Saima. Okay, great. Now the probable error. Now what is the meaning of this? Now we know that for calculation of correlation, what we need? We need data. We need data. Now, but the problem is we are having lot of data. We are having thousands and lakhs of figures. Now, which figures to pick for calculation of correlation? Like if you want to correlate height and weight, we want to find correlation between height of a person and weight of the person. Now, in India, we are having more than 135 crores of population. Now, which data shall we collect so that we can find out the correlation? So we can randomly select some of the values and find. So So we can select like random 10 values, 20 values, 100 values for correlation. But we cannot take all 135 crores of value for finding the correlation. That means we have to take sample from the data. We have to take sample from the data, and sample is not always accurate, because whenever we take sample, the accuracy will get disturbed. Accuracy will get affected. So by taking sample, accuracy will fall, accuracy will reduce. So sampling is a basic thing which is taken in each and every aspect, whether a company is doing manufacturing or not, or even like somebody fall ill. Then what we do, we basically went to doctor, and doctor asked us for a blood test. Now, if doctor has suggested for blood test, then see what will happen. Blood test, we are having one option that our body is containing, let's say, 4 liters of blood. So we can give 4 liters to the doctor and ask him, test the whole blood, and in evening you can again insert 4 liter blood inside me. Is this possible? क्या हम सुबह सुबह सारा ब्लड निकाल के डॉक्टर को दे दें और डॉक्टर शाम को वापस ब्लड हमारे अंदर डाल दे चेक करने के बाद? क्या ये पॉसिबल है? नो, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. तो वहां पर भी हम क्या करते हैं? सैंपल देते हैं. इट इज नॉट कंप्लीट ब्लड, वी गिव अ सैंपल. We give 5 ml, 10 ml blood. So it is a sample of blood which we give to the laboratory. Now that lab person will check this 5 and 10 ml blood. If this blood is having no infection, if this blood is having no infection, then what we will assume, what doctor will assume, that our whole 4 liters of blood is having no infection. If this 10 ml is correct, then whole 4 liters is also infection free. So this is sampling. So in data analysis also we take sample, but here we can say that accuracy may hamper. So correlation coefficient calculated from sample of n pair of values from large population. So there are large population and we are selecting n numbers from that. So it is possible to determine the limits of correlation coefficient of population, and which coefficient of population will lie from the knowledge of sample correlation coefficient. So we can see that what are the limits of correlation coefficient, like how much variation can happen in correlation, how much error can happen in correlation. So here we have to find out the probable error, like how much fluctuation can be there, how much fluctuation can be there. So in short, here we are finding the probable error. So it is a method of obtaining correlation coefficient of population. So we will adjust the error and find and try to figure out the exact correlation coefficient. Okay. Now, what is the formula? The formula for probable error is 0.674 multiplied by 1 minus r square divided by root of n. Divide by root of n. This is the formula for probable error. So what we require to calculate probable error? We require simple two things. One is the correlation coefficient, and second one is n. That is how much sample we have taken. And this 0.674 is a rough figure which is computed from the fraction. Like if we convert this into fraction, it becomes roughly 2 by 3. 0.6745 is the exact value. 0.6745 is the exact value, but if we convert into fraction, so roughly it becomes 2/3. So that is why at some places you might find it as 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So this is probable error. And if we want to find out the standard error, then simply what needs to be done? Just multiply the standard error by 2/3. Just multiply standard error by 2/3. Then we will get probable error. Or we can say standard error is equal to 3/2 of probable error. One and the same thing. So these are the two types of error. Now let us take some figure. Like if correlation is 0.6, n is 25, and we want to find the probable error. So according to formula, 0.674 multiplied by 1 minus r square upon root of n. So 0.674 into 1 minus 0.6 square and root of 25. So how much will come? 1 minus 0.6 square is 0.64 divided by 5. Divided by 5. Now you can check what is the final result. 0.674 multiplied by 0.64 and then divided by 5. Let's see who is getting the answer. Yes, so answer is 0.0862. This is the probable error. And if we want to calculate the standard error, simply remove 0.674. Directly write 1 minus r square upon root n. This is the only difference between standard and probable error. Now check what is the result. 0.64 upon 5. 0.64 upon 5. So how much we are getting? So answer for probable error, most of you have given Chahal, Divya, Himanshu, Bhumika, Bhargavi, Sakshi, Ishan, Vanshika, Sagar, Lakshita, Diksha, Keshav, Zeba, Saima, Barkatullah, and Manvi. Great. So standard error will be 0.128. Yes. So this is standard error. So in this manner, we can easily calculate. All right. Now, some more things. Now, if we want to find out the limit of correlation coefficient, so there is one formula, P, which denotes the limit is equal to R plus minus probable error. So in the given case, what was R? So R was 0.6 plus minus. And what is the value of probable error? So 0.008. We can take like 2 digits roughly, or we can do round off 0.9. Let us take 0.9. So how much we are getting? 0.6. Once we have to subtract, and second time we have to add. So after subtracting, we are getting 0.51, and after adding, we are getting 0.69. So these are the limits of correlation coefficient. That means our exact correlation coefficient will lie between these two figures. Okay. And this we can also name it as interval estimate. Limit means interval estimate. The question is asking about the limit. So we can also name it as interval estimate. Like for example, you have given an exam of 100 marks and after completing examination, you are asked that how much you will score in the exam. How much you will score in that exam. So your answer is like between 80 to 90. So this 80 to 90 is what? This is the limit. And you want to say that your exact marks will lie between these two. So these two are known as limits. So same is here. We have find the error. We have find the variation. Like there can be variation of 0.09 on any side. So that is why we have reduced and we have added 0.09 and got the limit. All right. So this was probable error and standard error. So we can easily calculate in this manner. All right. Now till here, in case of any doubt, let me know. Otherwise, I will proceed further now. So there are 2 points here, 2 assumptions basically we can say for probable error. First is that R should be greater than or less than probable error. So R should always be greater. R should always be greater. If R is less than probable error, if correlation is less and error is more, that means our calculation is worthless. Our calculation is worthless. So R should always be greater than probable error. How much greater? It should be 6 times greater than error. So first point says if R is less than error, that means there is no evidence of correlation. There is no correlation among the data. And second value says that R should be greater, but how much? So R is more than 6 times the probable error, then the presence of correlation is certain. That means that correlation is there. For example, if we say value of R is 0.7 and value of probable error is 0.05. 0.05. So how to know that R is 6 times greater or not? Simply divide them. So 0.7 divided by 0.05. How much we are getting? 14. We are getting 14. That means R is 14 times greater than probable error. R is 14 times greater than probable error. That means correlation is correct. Correlation is significant. But if correlation is, let's say, 0.2 and probable error is 0.1. Now, after dividing what we are getting 2. So R is double. R is greater than 2 times of probable error. So this 2 times is not significant. That means correlation is not certain. Correlation is not certain. All right. So everybody says, yes, sir, understood, clear, no doubt, great. And value of R always lies from -1 to +1. And this probable error is never negative. It will always be denoted by positive sign. Okay. Now it's time to solve the next one, 17.21. Now you can solve this, try this and let me know. Are you able to solve this 721 or not? So 21 is asking the correlation coefficient is 0.8 and there are 25 pairs. So n is equal to 25, R is equal to 0.8. and here we have to find the probable error. The same thing applies here, 0.674. So the exact value is 6745. At some places you can use 3, somewhere 4 can also be there. So no worries, no major impact will be there. You can take 3 figures or even you can take 4 figures, no need to worry. Multiply by 1 minus r square divided by root of n. Now just do the multiplication and get the result. Now Lakshita is asking DJ120D is allowed in exam or not calculator. See, I think this is if you are having all the basic functionalities, then it is allowed. And any calculator which is having logarithm functions or trigonometric functions or like equations like cubic root, so all these are not allowed. But all the basic functions like square root, plus, minus, multiply, divide, that is allowed in exams. All right. So this was 21st. Now you can try. Yes, so most of you have done this. That's great. So correct answer is 0.0486, or you can round it up 049. Now 22. So again, the similar question, but here you also have to find out the limits. So question is saying R is 0.7, N is 64, and you have to find out the probable error. So 0.6745 multiplied by 1 minus 0.7 square and then divided by root of 64. So how much we are getting? 0.51 upon 8. Now you can simplify this and see what is the result. So it is 0.043. This is the probable error. 0.043. Now question also wants us to determine the limits for population correlation coefficient. So how to calculate this limit? So we have done the formula P, like small p is equal to R plus minus probable error. So what is R? R is 0.7 plus minus 0.043. So subtract once and add once. So if you subtract, we are getting 0.657. On addition, we are getting 743. So these are the limits of correlation coefficient. Okay. So this we have done. I think now we can move further. Now we can do a review of correlation and regression analysis. Now overall, let us review this chapter, and there are some basic points which are left here to be covered. The first thing is the method. Now, if we want to fit the regression lines, if we want to see what are the regression lines, then the method to fit the regression line. Method to fit the regression line is known as least square method. Method to fit the regression line is least square method. So in this, of course, correlation is used because these both of the chapters are used to help each other. Basically, correlation is used in regression to calculate the probability of the regression coefficients to estimate the values. So correlation is a base chapter for regression. Then, yes, explained and total variance. So we had discussed one topic that was coefficient of determination. Coefficient of determination. It is simply denoted by r square, and second one is coefficient of non-determination. It is denoted by 1 minus r square. 1 minus r square. Now, we had taken one example also on this, like if there is advertisement and sales, and correlation between these two, correlation between advertisement and sales is 0.9. 0.9. So if we find out the r square, it is 0.81, or in terms of percentage, it becomes 81%. Now, what is the meaning of this 81%? So this coefficient of determination says that whatever change is happening in sales, of this 81% is due to advertisement. So we know the reason, whatever change in sales is there, out of that 81% is due to advertisement, and remaining 19% we don't know. So remaining 19% is due to other factors, and other factors can be anything. So 19% is due to other factors. So this is known as non-determination. That is 1 minus r square. So that is why coefficient of determination can also be written as explained variance, explained variance upon total variance. Explained variance upon total variance. Explained means we know the reason. Like what is the reason for change in sales? And coefficient of non-determination means unexplained. Unexplained variance upon total variance. Because we don't know the reason of change, so it is unexplained, right? So this is also done. Now let's see what is left. All these are the questions which we had covered. So let us take some questions from this pack. Question number 18. Yes, this is set number B, question number 18. And somebody had asked doubt this question also. So let us take this 18th question. So you can start trying. I'm making some space here on the screen. Okay, done. So now question number 18 says, given the regression equation as 3x plus y is equal to 13, and second equation is 2x plus 5y equal to 20. These are the two equations, and we have to find that which one is y on x. We only have to find y on x. So if we assume first equation as, let's see what to assume. If we assume if we assume x on y, then we have to arrange in this format: x is equal to a plus by. So the coefficient of this x will go in denominator, because that only we require. Our main aim is to take the value which is less than 1, not more than 1. So if we assume this, so what will happen? Bxy will be minus, will go on other side, or y will go on other side, will become negative. So minus 1 divided by 3. Equal to 20 by 5 and minus 2 by 5x. So what is the value? Minus 2 by 5. So this b by x is minus 2 by 5. So both of the values are negative, and both are less than 1. So since they are less than 1, so r will also be less than 1. So even you can check or not, it is correct. So minus 1/3 and minus 2 by 5. So r will be, minus minus will get cancelled. You will get root 2 by 15. So it is less than 1, and the result will be correct. But final r will be negative, because we have read that if bxy, byx are negative, the final result will also be negative. So inside we have cancelled the negative sign so that we can solve the root, but outside we have to again put the sign. So the final result of r is negative. Now the question wants us to know which is y on x. So clearly equation number second is y on x. Equation number second is y on x. Okay. Now similarly you can try 19th question. Try question number 19. Manvi Khanna says, I have doubt in 19. Okay, so let us solve 19. So 19(1). The first equation is 2x minus 3y equal to 10. And second equation is 3x plus 4y equal to 15. Now, which one is regression equation x on y? So we have to find x on y. So again, we can assume. Now, if we assume first equation as, so see, 2 is smaller, 3 is greater. So 3, if goes in denominator, that might be better. So we can choose this as y on x. Choose this equation as y on x. So on arranging, we are getting minus 3y is equal to 10 minus 2x. So y equal to 10 upon 3 negative and plus 2 by 3 x. 2 by 3x. So from here, we are getting b by x as 2 by 3. Now, similarly, we can assume second equation as x on y. So 3x is equal to 15 minus 4y. So x is equal to 15 by 3 minus 4 by 3y. So now this time you can see that the value of bxy is minus 4 by 3. Value of bxy is minus 4 by 3. Now here there is contradiction. Since byx was positive and bxy is negative, so both are having different sign. So both are having different sign. That means these two are not regression equations. These two are not regression equations. So answer will be none of these. Correct answer will be none of these. All right. So simply without arranging the equation, you can do in shortcut way. If you have assumed y on x, then coefficient of y will come in denominator and coefficient of x will come in numerator. Similarly, other equation is x on y, then coefficient of x will come in denominator and the coefficient of y with different sign will come in numerator. Okay, so you can do this directly without arrangement. So Diksha is saying I took wrong answer for 19.1, now clear. Okay, so Divya's doubt is clear now. Then Sakshi is asking about shortcut method. Yes, we have done this shortcut now. Then Manvi is asking sign of bxy and by should always be same. Yes, it must be same. We had done in previous session. Okay, now there is one more similar question. You can solve this 22, which is based on this only. So if regression line of y on x and that of x on y are given. So there are two regression line, y on x and x on y. So question is saying clearly this is y on x, this is x on y. And now we have to calculate the correlation coefficient. So let's solve. Y equal to minus 2x plus 3. So this is y on x. So minus 2 is simply b by x. Minus 2 is b by x. And the second one, 8x equal to minus y plus 3. This is x on y. So arrange this. So we are getting bxy as minus 1 by 8. Minus 1 by 8. Now it's time to find R, correlation coefficient. So R is equal to root of minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 by 8. So how much is coming? 1 by 4 inside root. After root, it will come negative 1 by 2. So R becomes negative 1 by 2. All right. Avinash saying finding easy. That's great. Simon is asking which is the longest method. See, you have if you have to arrange each and everything, that takes time. So that is why you can do it directly. Now the next one. So let's solve some of the questions from set C also. So in set C, we are having overall 19 questions. So let us solve some of the random questions from here. See the first one. The first one says find out the coefficient of correlation from the following data. Now the question is not mentioning any method. Like question is not saying about Carl Pearson, rank correlation or concurrent deviation method. Simply find coefficient of correlation. So if nothing is mentioned, then by default we have to use Carl Pearson method. By default we have to use Carl Pearson method. And in Carl Pearson there are 4 formulas, so you can use any of the formula because all formula will give the same result. Okay. Chahal is asking, examine each question carry 1 marks. Yes. In exam, you get 100 questions and you have to solve 100 questions in 120 minutes. So average, you take 1 minute per question. So you must be able to solve each and every question in 1 minute. So it is very much important to have the speed, to have the calculative speed. You must have your calculator speed as well as your mind calculation speed. So both should work together. If you're only dependent on calculator, so that will not be perfect. You have to use both the things. Mind calculations at many places and many places calculator. Okay, so you can use all the variety of functions of calculator and then short tricks to calculate plus, minus, multiply, divide. So many mental mathematical calculations are there. So if you are not having knowledge, you can scroll and you can see some of the videos for like how to do the mental mathematics, because that is most important thing to solve the questions orally. All right, because if you are like using your calculator at one place and also at same time you want to do other calculation also, so you can do this mathematically orally, and at many places oral calculation is much faster as compared to calculator. Like if I give you one simple example, what is the square of 35? So you can orally calculate 1225. So before typing into calculator you will get the answer. So what is the trick behind this? There is a very simple trick. Now, like this number is 3. Which will be the next number? Next number is 4. So 3 into 4 is 12. And 5 square is 25. So it becomes 1225. Similarly, if you want to try 55 square, 55 square. So after 5, what will come next? 6. So 5 into 6 is 30. And this 5 square is 25. So 3025. So in this way you can do your calculations. Okay, so in examination you are not supposed to show all the working. You have to simply take the best option. All right. Similarly, there are many other tricks also, like if you want to multiply 45 by 11. So what is the simplest way? Write 4, write 5, add 4 and 5, it is 9. This is done. So in this manner, you can do your calculation. Let's see. Sorry. One more, 53 into 11. Write 5, 3, add 5 and 3, 8. 583. And this is done. So you can see all such kind of tricks. So these will help you to speed up in calculations, not only in this subject, but each and every subject in each and every field, whatever things you are doing. Okay. So now question number one. Question number one says, what is the coefficient of correlation from the following data? So X and Y is there. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y is 8, 6, 7, 5, and 5. And now we have to calculate correlation using Karl Pearson. So since values are small, you can use which method? Direct method or summation method. So let us calculate sigma x and sigma y first. Sigma x is 15 and sigma y. Sigma y is how much? 14, 21 and then 31. This is sigma y. Now what is required? We require x square, y square and xy in the formulas. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. What is the total? 25 and then 20 is 45 and plus 10. How much? 55. Then y square. 64, 36, 49, 25 and again 25. So 199. And now we require xy. 8, 12, 21, 20 and 25. Now you can add and see what comes. 86. Now apply the formula. N sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y upon root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square multiply by root n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Now what is n? N is 5 here. Sigma xy is 86 minus sigma x is 15 into sigma y is 31 divided by root of n is 5 sigma x square 55 minus 15 square multiply by n is 5 sigma y square 199 and 31 square. Now you can solve this and let me know which one is correct. Options are given in the question. You have to select one correct option. So Pranav Khanna is given negative 0.85. Pranav is giving negative 0.85. Ishan has also given the same answer. So this is the correct result. All right. Now, question number second is also similar. X and Y are given, and you have to use Carl Pearson to solve the correlation. Then third one. What is the coefficient of correlation between the age of husband and wife? So, before doing this, let us take a break of 5 minutes and then we will continue with these questions. Okay. Okay, so now let us start with question number third. Question number third is about coefficient of correlation between age of husband and age of wives from the following data. Now again, here we are having age of husband in years and age of wife in years. So again, this is a similar kind of question and can be done directly. So I think it is not a different one. Yes, now fourth is a different one. Let us try the fourth question. Now what this fourth question wants us to convey, the following result relates to bivariate data on X and Y. So sigma xy is given, sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, and sigma y square. All these are given, and also n is given. So these are the 6 figures which are given to us. Later on, it was known that the 2 pair of observation were wrongly taken, and the correct pairs are these. And now we have to correctly find the value of correlation coefficient. So in this case, how to correct them? So let us write here first. We are having 12 and 11, 6 and 8. These data is incorrect. This 12 and 6 are coordinates of x, 11 and 8 are coordinates of y, and these are wrong ones. And which are correct? In place of them, correct one is 10 and 9, 8 and 10. These are correct ones. So let us start doing correction. First is sigma xy. Sigma xy. Sigma xy, the given value was 414. 414. Now, from wrong pairs, we can calculate xy and then subtract. So the wrong, the wrong pair was 12, 11. Find x into y. So 12 into 11 is 132. 6 into 8 is 48. Subtract the wrong one. Correct, then add the correct one. So 10 into 9 is 90. 8 into 10 is 80. So just do add less. So what will be the effect? What will be the correct value of sigma xy? So if we add, this is 180 negative and 170 positive. So finally it will come as 404. 404. Then sigma x. Sigma x. So sigma x was given 120. Now subtract the incorrect value of sigma x. 12 was incorrect, 6 was incorrect. In place of this, 10 is correct, 8 is correct. So how much we are getting? 120. Then sigma y. 90 is there. Subtract the wrong one. Then add the correct one. So 19 negative, 19 positive. 90 is again coming. Then sigma x square. 600. Now since it is x square, so we have to find the square and then subtract. So minus 12 square minus 6 square plus 10 square plus 8 square. Now you can find this correct figure, and similarly sigma y square also you can find it out. 300 minus wrong value 11 square 8 square, correct value 9 square 10 square, and then get the result. Okay. So all these values are now corrected values. Corrected values. N is already 30. Now you can use all these correct figure and find out the correlation coefficient. So you can try it now and get the correct result. Try it now and solve, find which is the correct answer. So Swati has given the answer. Bhumika has given the total of sigma x square 584 and for y square as 289. And after applying all the values, Swati Giri has given the answer 0.846. Chal has given 296 as the total. So there are two contradictions. One is giving 289, other has given 296. Which one is correct? Which one is correct? 289 or 296? Because you have to solve 300 minus 121 minus 64 plus 81 and plus 100. So you are adding 181 and you are subtracting 185. Subtracting 185. So the correct will be 296. Yes, 296 will be correct instead of 289. So you can write here 296. Yes, Barkatullah is also given 296. Himanshu 296. Vaishnavi also says the same thing. Okay. Now solve and get the result. So correct answer will be option number C, 0.846. So Swati has given the answer. Manvi has given. Okay. Now the next one. Now this class interval kind of question or you are not supposed to do, not to worry. Then the next one is 6. 6 one is covariance of x and y is given. Covariance of x and y is 8. R is 0.4. Variance of x is 16. And sum of square of deviation of y from its mean. So sum, that is sigma square. So this is square. Deviation of y. So y minus from its mean, that is y bar. So sigma y minus y bar square. This is given as 250. Now we have to find out the number of observations of the data. Now how to find the number of observations? Now see, covariance is given, R is given, so we can use the formula for R, covariance of x and y upon neta x into neta y. Now value of R is 0.4, then covariance is 8. and neta x is 4. Now, what about neta y? Neta y is not given. So what we have to do, we have to apply the formula for neta y. Standard deviation, that is sigma x minus x bar whole square upon n. This is the formula. So in place of this sigma x minus x bar whole square, we are having 250 upon n. Now we can simplify and see what is coming. You can solve this and get the result. 2 is here. So root 250 upon root n into 0.4 is equal to 2. Simple cross multiplication. Now from here, we have to find the value of n. So root 250 into 0.4 divided by 2 equal to root n. Now you can square both sides and get the result. Squaring both sides and get the result. Okay. So simply what we have done, we have simply substituted the values in the formula. So R is equal to covariance upon neta x into neta y. R was given in the question, covariance was given, variance was given. So we have written neta of x, and after that we have written neta y. So formula for neta y we had applied. So now after applying this formula, you can do the cross multiplication and get the value of n. So all of you has given the answer n is 10. Then let's try the rank correlation also. Question number 9. Roll number is given, marks in physics and marks in chemistry is given. And here we have to find out the rank correlation between marks in physics and chemistry. So let us write this. Marks in physics X and marks in chemistry Y. So how much is there? 25, 30, 46, 30, 55, and then 80. 30, 25, 50, 40, 50, and then 78. So first we have to find out the rank for series X, and then rank for series Y. So if we are talking about series X, first rank will be given to 80. Second rank will be given to 55. Third rank 46. Now fourth rank is for 30, and 30 is coming at two places. So there is a tie. Between fourth and fifth place. So whenever there is a tie, take average. So what is the average? 4.5. So you can use 4.5 rank at both the places, and the last rank will be 6. Similarly, you can calculate rank for series Y. For series Y, the first rank at 78, second rank at 50. So again, there is a tie between second and third rank. So average will be 2.5. So 2.5 and one more 2.5. Then next rank will be fourth rank at 40, then fifth rank at 30, last rank at 25. Now we can find difference in rank. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 4.5 minus 6 is negative 1.5. Then 0.5, 0.5, minus 0.5, and then 0. And then 0. Now we can add and see the result. The total is 0. So this total will always be 0. This should always be 0. Now we require d square. 1 square is 1. Then 2.25, 0.5, so 0.25, again 0.25, 0.25, and then 0. So the final total will be 3 and 1, 4. This is d square. Now we can apply the formula for rank correlation. 1 minus 6 sigma d square plus a cube minus a upon 12 plus b cube minus b upon 12, and there was tied 2 times only, divided by n into n square minus 1. So 6 sigma d square was 4 plus what is the value of a? So there was tie among 2 values. So 2 cube minus 2 upon 12. What is b? Again tie among 2 values. Now n. So there are 6 pairs of observation. 6 into 6 square minus 1. So 6 will get cancelled. So what is left? 4 plus half and half, that is 5. 5 by 35. So again cancel 1 and 7. So final answer will be 6 upon 7. 6 upon 7. All right. This is rank correlation coefficient. So in this manner, we can easily calculate. So according to option, you can select option number D. Then the next one is concurrent deviation method. Now, concurrent deviation method, you are having question number 10 and 11. So they are similar. We can try one so that you can recall how we had done this. So let's try question number 11. Year 1996, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 1, 2, and then 3. This is year. Then price. Price is 35, 38, 40, 33, 45, 48, 49, and then 52. And then demand 36, 35, 31, 36, 30, 29, 27, and 24. This is price and demand. Now what can be done? We can find out the change. So from 36 to 38, what is the change? There is increase in price. By how much is this increase? We don't require that. We simply require change is in which direction, increasing or decreasing. So first box will remain blank because we cannot compare 35 with any other values. So in front of 38 we can write plus. From 38 to 40 again it is plus, then minus, plus, 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 and one more plus. For demand, it is decreasing, negative, minus, minus, then plus, minus, 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 and again minus. Now we can find the product and see the concurrent deviations, that is same effect on both sides. So plus and minus is minus, 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 and then minus. See, all are negative. That means C is equal to 0. C is equal to 0. Now, what was the formula? Plus minus under root plus minus 2C minus M upon M. Now, C is negative, so it is 0 minus M. M means number of deviations. So, how many deviations are there? So, N is equal to 8. So, M will be 8 minus 1, that is 7. So, we can write 0 minus 7 upon 7. So 7 by 7 is 1, and we have to take negative sign at all places. So the result will be minus 1. All right. So this is done. Yes, so everybody has given the answer. Now question number 15. 15 says for y equal to 25, what is the estimated value of x? We have to estimate the value of x. So whenever y is given and we have to estimate x, then we have to use equation x on y. So first step is to form the equation x on y and then put the value of y to get x. Okay, so we had done this pattern, so you can try this. Now we will try 16th one. Now 16 says, given the following data, variable x and variable y, mean of both sets is available. So we can write x bar is 80 and y bar is 98. Variance is given. So we can write neta x will be 2 and neta y will be 3. R is also given, that is 0.6, and we have to find out the value of y when x is 90. So x is given, y we have to calculate. So whenever calculate y, use equation y on x. So y minus y bar is equal to byx multiplied by x minus x bar. So what is the value of y bar? It is 98. Now byx, we don't know the value of byx. We can calculate r into neta y upon neta x. So it is 3 by 2 multiplied by x minus x bar. Now value of x is also given in the question, that is 90, and x bar is equal to 80. So let's solve this. You can cancel them. So 1.2 into 10 becomes 12. So y is equal to, you can calculate how much we are getting. Okay, R is 0.6, we have taken 0.8. Just take 0.6. So it will become 0.3 and then 0.9 into 10. That is 9 plus 98. It becomes 107. Okay, so we have got the answer 107. Manvi is asking about question number 14. 14 says the two regression coefficients for the following data. So the series is given and you have to find the two regression coefficients. So this time, these two regression coefficients are basically bxy and byx. So simply we have written four formulas for bxy and byx. You can use any of them. But since values are bigger, it is better to use shortcut method. So you can use shortcut method and calculate bxy. Like the formula for bxy was n sigma dx dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy upon n sigma. Since y is at last, तो नीचे भी हम क्या लिखेंगे y. So n sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. So this formula you can use for calculation of bxy and byx. Okay, Manvi Khanna. Then Zeba is asking about question number 13. See, question number 13 is same, but the way of giving the data is just different. So all those brackets you can write in order, in sequence. Like first value is 175 and 173. So it denotes X and Y. So write 175 in X, 173 in Y. Second value is 172 on both sides. To write 172. Third value is 167 and 171. So in this manner, you can form your series X and Y. And now the question is asking to calculate regression equation of what? Of height of son on father. Height of son on that of father. So the value is first is father is given and second value denotes son. First value is for father and second value is of son. So you have to calculate height of son on father. That is, if father is x, son is y, then we have to calculate y on x. So you have to form the equation y on x. All right. So we have arranged this. Now you can easily solve. Then Jyoti is asking question number 7. So question number 7 is this: rank. Yes, question number 7 is again a direct question. Ranks are given directly in this. So you are not supposed to find the rank again. So rank are already given. Just find the difference d square and then apply the formula. So you need to suppose to calculate d, like d is 7 minus 5 is 2. Then 6 minus 4 is 2, minus 4, 1, minus 3, 1, 0, and then 1. And then you can calculate d square and then apply the formula. 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n into n square minus 1. Right? So since directly rank was given, you can solve in this manner. Okay, so Zaba has understood, Jyoti has understood. All right. Then somebody is asking question 5. I have already told class interval kind of question you are not supposed to do in correlation and regression. Then what else is left? So 17th is again simple. You can try this. Two equations are given, variance is given, and you have to find out the standard deviation of y. Find the standard deviation of y. So which formula you have to use? So it is important to judge which formula to use. So here you can use formula for bxy or b by x, because r into neta x upon neta y is required, and already neta x is given, that is 5. So you are supposed to calculate neta y we are supposed to calculate. Now b, x, y and r can be calculated directly from the equation. Assume any equation as x on y and other one as y on x, and you can find out bxy. After that you can find out r. So after finding these two, just substitute the values at these two places and you will get neta y. Okay. So 17 is also done. 15 was done. Then 18th one. 18th is also again similar. We have done this pattern now. 19th is also same. Coefficient of correlation you are supposed to calculate from this series. Okay, Lakshmi is asking in question number 13, after separating x and y, what we have to do? We have to find equation. Question is asking you to form the equation. Which equation? Son on father, that is y on x. You require y on x. Then so somebody had asked question number 4 from set B. If y is equal to a plus bx, this is the equation. What is the coefficient of correlation between x and y? So we are supposed to calculate r. So we have done this whenever there is single equation y equal to a plus bx. Then how to calculate r? B upon mod b. So b and b will cancel. What will be left? Sign will be left. So either it will be plus 1 or it will be minus 1. If b is greater than 0, or we can say positive, then r will be plus 1. If b is less than 0, that is negative, so r will also be negative. So minus 1. So in this fourth one, the question is saying 1 minus 1, option C. Accordingly, like b is greater than 0, then 1, less than 0, then minus 1. So C option is the most appropriate. Then question number 8 from set B. Yes, question number 8 also. Like question number 9 we had done. Similar is question number 8. What is required that you have to find the equation here. So let us write here. In eighth one, x is given 2, 3, 5, 4, 7. X equates with U and Y with V. So U is given -3, -2, 0, -1, and 2. Y is 4, 6, 7, 8, and then 10. B is -4, -2, -1, 0, and then 2. Now you have to compare X and U. What is the relationship between these two? So if you see 2 and -3, 3 and -2, 5 and 0. So there is a gap of 5. There is a gap of 5. So if we subtract 5 from X, we get U. If we subtract 5 from X, we get U. This becomes first equation. So 2 minus 5 is -3. 3 minus 5 is -2. 5 minus 5 is 0. 4 minus 5 -1, and so on. So this is the first equation. What about second? If we compare the second one, so there is a gap of 8. So if we subtract 8 from Y, we get V. So 4 minus 8 is -4. 6 minus 8 is -2. 7 minus 8 is -1, and so on. So this is U and V. This is U and V. Now what we have to do? Correlation. We have to find out between U and V. So since X and Y is having coefficient of +1 and +1, both are having positive sign. Therefore, RUV will be same as RXY. That is 0.93 with same sign. So value will always remain same. Sir, only sign may vary. So if B and D both are having the same sign, coefficient of X and Y both are having the same sign, then RUV and RXY both will have the same sign. Okay. So this is also done now. Then Chehel is asking 17.5 example. Let's see example 17.5. Yeah, this is class interval based, and like this is a very kind of lengthy question. So in examination, such kind of question doesn't come. But yes, if you want the explanation, I can explain you a bit so that you can try this. 17.5 says examine whether there is any correlation between age and blindness. So we have to compare age and blindness. So age is given here, number of persons in 1,000 and number of blind persons. So from this, we have to calculate first the blind persons. Like blind persons, we can calculate in terms of percentage, or we can calculate per lakhs, per 1,000. In this way, we have to calculate first. So let us write the data as it is. This is age. Then we have taken the mid value X. Now number of persons are given in 1,000, 90,000, 120,000, 140,000, and so on. Then number of blinds are given. So these blinds are not in 1,000. These are not in 1,000. So we are having 10 upon 90,000. 10 upon 90,000. So if we try to calculate in percentage, 10 upon 90,000, so it will be a very small value. That is 1 by 90. You have to write in a lot of decimals and fraction. So that is why we are converting it into per lakh. So 10 upon 90,000 per lakh. Okay, so we are converting into as per lakhs. So how much it is coming? We can cancel the zeros, and then the ratio is coming 11. Similarly, 100 upon 9 was 11.11, so we have taken 11. Then for the next one also, 15 blind person upon 120,000 into 1 lakh. So again the same thing, we have taken the figure 12, 13, 20, 19 and so on. This is the second series Y. So first series was the mid value of H, and then the second one is blind, that is Y. So X and Y we have taken. Now since X and Y are available, now we can easily calculate the correlation between X and Y. So we can find sigma X, sigma Y, then xy, x square, y square. So these 5 value we can find and then apply the formula, direct method, and we can solve. Okay. So this is also done. Now let's see what else is left. So we have taken almost each and every doubt from examples from set A, set B, set C. Now you can try and get easily your result. So then somebody is asking, what is the meaning of concurrent deviation? See, concurrent word means same effect. Concurrent deviation. Concurrent here means same. If there is a series A and series B, value is changing from 10 to 20. So there is an increase in series A. In series B, there is 12 to 13. Here also we say that there is an increase. So both of the series is having same effect. Both are having increase. So whenever both are having similarity, then we say it is concurrent deviation. So after that 20 to 25 is there is increase, and 13 to 11 is there is a decrease. So both are having different effect. So it is not concurrent. If let's say next is 25 and here it is 11. So now 25 and 25 both are same, both are equal. And here also 11 and 11 both are same, both are equal. So again, both sides there is same effect. On both sides, the effect is same. So again, this is concurrent deviation. Then 25 to 23, decrease. 11 to 10, decrease. Both are having same effect, decrease. So it is concurrent. So whenever both sides we are having same thing, plus plus, equal equal, minus minus, then it is known as concurrent deviation. All right. And if they are having different, then we can say it is not concurrent deviation. All right. So this is also done. Okay, someone has asked question number 20. So U and V2 equations are given, and coefficient of regression coefficient of y on x is given, and we have to find regression coefficient of V on U. So you can calculate this in similar manner. We had done this in correlation. So since two equations are given and regression coefficient of y on x, that is, this is b by x 2.4, and you have to calculate B V on U. That is B V U. B V U you have to calculate. Okay, so simply what you have to do, B V U is required, so you can take the coefficient. You can take the coefficient of both the equation, like coefficient of x is 2, coefficient of y is -3, coefficient of y is -3, and y on x is 2.4. So you can directly use the values. So B V is there, to use the coefficient of v, that is -3, use the coefficient of x, that is 2, and then multiply by byx, 2.4. And now on cancellation, let's see what we are getting. -3 into 1.2. So -3.6. This is BVU. Okay. So Manvi says, thank you, sir, for solving the doubts. My pleasure, Manvi. Bibu says, thank you so much for a wonderful lecture and time to give. My pleasure again. So in this manner, you can easily solve all your questions, all your doubts. So this chapter is now closed, correlation and regression. And now again, we will meet in our next session. That is the last chapter of statistics, which is index number. Okay, so we'll meet again after a few days for the last chapter of the statistics of the syllabus, that is index number. Till then, bye everyone, take care and see you soon. All right.